Hi guys, welcome to XGBoost Academy, and in this video we'll be discussing about global variable. So in the previous video we have discussed about what is actually variable and how to declare a variable and typecasting, how to check the type of a variable, then also assignment of a single value to multiple variables. So we looked around that. Now in this video we'll discuss about global variable. So if you haven't watched my previous video which was on variables, then you can just go and watch that video first, and I'll also provide the link in the description below. Also, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then do subscribe it. And now we'll proceed with the global variable in this video. So first of all, there are two types of variable. So one is global variable and another one is local variable. Now, when we talk about a local variable, so we can only access the local variable within the function where it is defined. And when we try to call a local variable outside its scope, that we call it as a function that we have defined, so it will give the error. So that is what we are I'll be showing you over here with the help of a program. And when coming to the global variable, so that variable is declared outside of the function, or you can say in a global scope. That is why it is called as a global variable. This means that a global variable can be accessed inside or outside of the function. So coming to the example over here, so you can see I have declared a variable where I have given a string over here, that is world. So it is outside the function. So def, this is the keyword that is used to define a function in which we can give some set of instruction. So I have given over here print hello, and I have passed the variable as a, and then outside the function I have called the function which is named as function. So I'll run this and let us see the output that we get. So as we have discussed that we have declared a variable outside the function, so it is a global variable. And if we define a function, if we declare a variable, if we declare a variable inside a function, then it is a local variable. So here the output that we get is simply the value that we have assigned to a, and let us declare over here another variable that is b, and I'll give the value as 5. Now let me print this outside the function. Now it must throw an error because it is defined, it is declared locally within the function. So its scope, that is the variable, the scope of the variable b is not outside this function. That is why it is showing that name b is not defined. Now let us declare this variable outside. So b equal to 5, and now if I'll print this, we should get an output as hello world and 5. So this is the major difference between a local and a global variable. Now another thing is, I'll remove this print of b statement and I'll declare a variable over here. I'll give it as c equal to hello python, and now I'll print this variable, that is the state anything. I'll remove this statement and now I'll simply give the variable name, that is c. So now it will show us the output as hello python. So this c, that is hello python, is a local variable, and we are printing the value of this local variable inside this function. So we have just simply called this function and all the statements inside it will be executed. So this is the moreover difference between a global and a local variable. Now another thing that is important related to the global keyword is, you can create a global variable using the global keyword inside a function. So it is not necessary that you always create a global variable outside the scope of the function. You can declare it inside the function also, but you have to remember that you should use a global keyword over here. So here I have defined a function, and then I have given the name of the function, a name of the variable using a global keyword, and simply this is a, and this is the value that it has. And now let us run this. Let us see what we get. So here we will not get the output because we are not printing it. So let me put a print statement over here, that is print a. Now let us see the output. We get Python is an interpreted language. What if I don't want to print this over here? I'll simply use this print statement outside the function. So now I'll run this and we get the same output. So you can see when we were trying to implement a local variable, trying to print a local variable, the value of a local variable outside the function, it was throwing an error that this variable is not defined. But when we are declaring a global variable inside as well as outside the function, we can easily get the output. Now another thing which I would like to tell you is, what if the variable name, the global variable name, and the variable which is locally defined has the have the same name. So here it is a equal to world, and here also I'll declare a variable a which is having hello Python. So what it will print, let us see over here. I'll run this and we get hello Python, because this function that we have defined, that we defined over here, so it has a variable and then it is printing it. So these set of instructions will be executed. But if we'll try to print the value of a over here outside the function, then we'll get the output as hello Python, which is for function, which is the output of the function, and then the value, the output of the print statement, which is print a, so it will give us the value of the global variable. So this was all about the local and the global variable. So generally it is considered that using global variable is not a good practice, because if you start using global variable in your program, so if you're writing 60,000 lines of codes and a lot of confusion it is created while you're testing the program, so it becomes difficult for a programmer as well as a tester to look into so many global variables and find the relation between them. So generally programmers try to avoid global variables. So whenever and wherever it is necessary, they use it. But when you are programming and when you are working on a project, try to use local variable for most of the times. So that was all about the global variable. Now I hope this video was informative for you, and if you really liked it, then do hit the like button. Also you can support my channel by subscribing it, and if you haven't subscribed it, then do subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you get updated and you get the updates for my upcoming videos. So thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.